Hello and welcome. I say that for every single video, but never mind. So you can probably tell from what we're going to do today about the basic economic problem. Those of you who can read and realise what you're typing on the internet these days, you know, well done. So this is sort of the beginning, really, of the course of F581. This is the basics of AS economics. It's not that far into it really, so it might seem quite simple for some of you, but some of you might seem a bit more tough. So what is the basic economic problem? Well, the basic economic problem is basically how to organise resources. So in this context, we're talking about the economic problem exists because basically a short main points you need to put in your definition are humans have unlimited wants, but obviously our planet has scarce resources. That's scarce. This is quite logical if you think about it, because you know, if we get a nice house, we want a bigger house. We would want a bigger other things you might be thinking about. You know, you'd want bigger this, more of that, more money. You'd never be satisfied. But obviously our planet says, well, we can only offer you, we've only got the stock of this, so you can't have that, whatever you want. It's not what you can have, and a lot of people need to learn that. But some people, you know, anyway, that's a main bit where we're starting insulting more people. So humans have unlimited wants, but obviously our planet has scarce resources. So it's basically how to best produce and allocate them resources. That is truly the basic economic problem, and that's what all of the different limited factors of production, which we're going to talk about next, it all leads on to. So we just mentioned there factors of production. I'm going to change colour because it's getting crazy. I'll go for blue now. Now we're on to factors of production. So what are factors of production? Well, factors of production are goods. Well, not goods. Damn it, never mind. They are things which help us produce the items that we want in the economy. So by this I mean, if you wanted a new training shoe, for example, because you're the sort of person that likes stereotypical things, then you take the production of a shoe, for example. So you've got the raw materials, the rubber, if you include it, to make it. So we have the land. That's what this is defined as. You have the labour, the people to actually physically put it together, and labour. Now you can't just plug a bit of, pick up some rubber in the shape of a shoe, put it on your foot, and get some people to draw a little Nike symbol on it, and you can walk around. Obviously, so you're going to need machines to. It's all about tertiary sectors, but we'll go into that in a later video, and that is about something we called capital. Now this means something different in business, but we're assuming we're talking about capital in terms of economics. Don't ask me why, just they decided to use the same name for different things. So land, labour, capital. Now you've got to have someone who actually sets up the business, and they're called the entrepreneurs. Again, we'll go into more what motivates an entrepreneur, etc. in another section of the course. But there are the four main factors of production. Now, generally, what they ask you is, what are the four factors of production, or what are they used in the context of a case study? And obviously, just I gave you a few examples before about a shoe. So you'd have the land for the raw materials, you had the capital for the machinery to convert it, the people to sew it together, and an entrepreneur to try and sell it and make it a viable business. But again, that's more business. Hopefully that's started to get to you a little bit there. So let's. Well, this pen doesn't like it. Doesn't want to come off the board very well, this pen. Deal with that. Use my other pens, they seem to like it. So, yeah, said that. Just make sure I've gone over everything. Right, so we have, is it 3? Is there anything else? Yeah, so we have 3 things. I'll just make sure I'm not going over anything too quickly. Yeah, so we have 3 things. We have, well, they're the factor of production, and now they leads us to make something called a choice, which leads to something called a scarcity, which leads to something called a choice, and we have something called opportunity cost. Now I put these 3 up here on the board, so we have, I put it in little dots, opportunity cost, and then after, as well as opportunity cost, we have, say, choice. Now these are not in order, I'll talk you through them in a minute. Choice and scarcity. Now you can try and, if you remember it, if you've already done this topic, you can try and remember it, pause the video now, and you can try and put them, opportunity cost, choice and scarcity, into one sort of flow thing, because what we're going to be doing now is talking about how they're all linked together. And how you talk about that. Now I'm just going to put like opportunity cost to whatever it goes to, and I will explain it, but the order is the most important thing. So give you a moment to pause it. Right, if you have, welcome back. So we have opportunity cost, skip choice, and scarcity. Now scarcity is a situation that arises, not rise down, it's the textbook definition. Is a situation that arises because there is an insufficient amount of resources to meet all wants. Making sure I said want, so needs. So that means if there's not enough resources to fit what we all want, then we have to make. We can't have everything, so we have to pick one thing over another. So scarcity comes first. Scarcity, because there are insufficient resources, so our planet's resources are limited, and this leads to our making a choice, and this leads to, obviously, opportunity cost. Just write this down. Now opportunity cost, scarcity, we've gone over choice, quite explanatory, choosing one thing over the other. Opportunity cost, now it sounds quite, obvious, but it's a one-word definition, well, not one-word definition, but one-sentence definition. It's just the cost of the next best alternative that has been forgone. So, if we, how can we represent these on a diagram? You might get asked, represent the relationship between scarcity, choice and opportunity cost. Now we've explained it in terms of the actual wording, but we've no diagrammatic analysis, and that's what we need. So hopefully I'll get rid of this. I'll leave scarcity, choice, opportunity cost up on the board. I'll put them in order, put like 1, 2, etc. So we have the choice, then we'll go round. So we have scarcity, then we have the choice, and this leads to opportunity cost. So I put 1, 2, 3, that's in the order they're going. So how can we represent this? Well, we use something, I'm not sure if we're going to go into it in the next later video, just check. Oh dear. Yeah, we are. Okay. No. I will go over this. If you don't get what PPF is, I will go over this in a later video, but I'm assuming you know this, or you've gone and watched the video on PPFs. So what I'm going to draw now is I'm going to draw a possibility production front again. Now, just give you a bit of a heads up if you don't know what this is. Basically, it shows the combination of two goods or resources or services. So we could have good A and all other goods and services. Other G and S. Oh wait, no, actually. I just put, two goods and a good B. 0. Now you need to label your axis like this. You draw, it looks something like that. Don't forget to label the PPF curve, PPF. Sounds obvious, but you know, if you don't do that, you can't get the marks for your diagram. Forgot what it's called then. Now, obviously, this does. Oh, sorry. Right. I will have talked about in another economics FI1 video on YouTube about allocative efficiency, productive efficiency, and Pareto efficiency on different videos. So just to go over it again, allocative efficiency is where the consumer's needs and wants are met because the correct allocation of resources is provided in proportion to the customer's needs and wants. Sorry, skip out the first bit. And we are at the, and assuming the full and efficient use of resources, that's the main thing. Productive efficiency is where the maximum combination, where the combination of two goods, brain's gone absolutely walkies today. So productive efficiency is where the economy is producing at the lowest unit cost, assuming the full and efficient use of resources. And Pareto is just where you can't make someone else better off without someone else worse off. And I will have explained it on the PPF. So I'm not going to put different points that represent different points of efficiency, which I could do, but I'm not going to, because I can. Yes, that's alright, I can. So, good A. Let's assume I'm just going to put 2 points, A and point B. So, say we're at point A, I'll use a green, crazy, and this will correspond with, this is actually confusing, A. So the little A at the top is representative of this A here, and we're producing this of good B at point A. And for good B, we're doing A, B, and B. I've actually confused this grammatically. But basically, A little a at the top, the power sort of thing, that represents the production of good A at point B, and corresponding B, A at good B. And see, that's the, so for point B, we're producing A, B, and producing good B, B, B. Hopefully that hasn't confused you enough. Sorry about that, but seem to have messed this up a bit. Okay, so we're assuming we're at A here, and we want to move to this point here on the diagram. We move along the PPF curve. Oh, actually no, I'll go over that. Sorry, I'm going to go over this in my PPF video. So, yeah, we're going to move along the PPF curve here. Yeah, this is what I was going to do actually. Sorry. So we're moving from A to B. Now, this is because we're assuming if we go with scarcity, there's this combination, the maximum amount of resources, this PPF curve, so the scarcity, because we can't produce at point, I don't know, put point F out here, because our current allocation of resources, F is considered to be an unobtainable point. Obviously we'll go over this in the PPF video if you don't get it. So, yeah. So we have to make a choice along this PPF curve. If we want to produce more of good B, we have to move along the PPF curve from A to point B, on the curve. So this means we've made a choice from A to B because of the scarcity. Now if we've increased production of good B from BA to BB, we have foregone this production here. So we've gained, I'll put it in here, plus we've gained good B, or production of good B, from BA to BB. So if that doesn't make sense. However, we've lost, so we've gained this production along the bottom of good B. So we've extended it. The economy said we want to produce more of good B, but we've had to forgo this of good A. So we've actually forgone good A of A, B, take A. Oh, sorry, the other way around. AA for that one, take that point. These are the two productions we've foregone of good A. Now hopefully that's gone over it. I will give a question video at the end where I set out some of the questions and we can go through them together, but hopefully that's gone over the main bits you need to know, and we'll see you in the next video.